Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. Won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do. Push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
What's up? Long time no see to some of those out there. But hey, welcome to the Sports Chatter Show. This your boy, Coach Lee. Tuesday night, 3 days away from the weekend. You know how we do it around this bad boy. But we're back at it like we're mad at it. Man, it's time to run one with you guys. With that being said, all the way up from the Northeast, a.k.a. the Beantown, my fellow Cowboy brethren. What's up, too? How you going out there today?
What about them boys, baby?
What about them boys? Y'all gonna hate us tonight.
Yes. Dusty win, but we'll take a W.
All day, like, hey, just like we took that L the first week, we gonna take that W this week.
Yes, indeed, man. You know what I'm saying? We here for the losses, here for the wins. Just to let everybody know. We don't hide.
At all. Shout out to you. I see you, Big Darren. Appreciate you, man. Typing in with us.
Got a good victory this week in my fantasy league. I'm 0-2 in my big money fantasy league. Oh, man. No.
I'm 0-2 in mine. I've lost by combined both games, probably about a combined of 8 points, and I'm 0-2.
I seen that game this morning in the chat. I said, ooh, that was bad. That type of stuff like that sometimes.
And that was Kyrie, too.
Yeah. You gotta sit on yourself sometimes and say, I lost that. What more? Like, you could have put somebody else in, but at the end of the day, but one thing to say for everybody that's in fantasy, man, it's week 2, you know, unless you're dealing with crazy injuries, man, believe in your team, man. Believe in your team. Still out long.
Yeah, it's too early to be bailing out.
I see
you, Patrick.
Yep, the rookie over here, 2-0 though, in this league over here, the junior league. Woo!
I see you, Patrick. Shout out to you. I don't know about that HTTR. You can keep that to yourself, but not for real. Shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you joining in. All right, Darren. Okay. See, one of them Fly Eagles, Fly Brothers. All good.
Trying to spark something on this show tonight. We seen the Cowboys in week 1 play great football, lose to a better team. We seen the Cowboys play shitty. Week 2, we won in a tough fight. This week, you're going to see the Cowboys spank them Eagles up. We're going to see that.
And then we're going to have home game of the season, Monday night. Hey, you know how it's going to be.
Yes, sir.
But Sports Chatter shows where we get into the group topics that we've had. Some are hot, some are just kind of interesting, a little bit of both. So speaking of hiding and not giving up, okay, I see you. All right. Still a nation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know them Eagles get us on riled up, huh?
Yes, sir. Big Ben, man, Petrigo injury early, I heard.
Yeah.
Are we going to see the Wayne time?
Oh, you think it's going to be Haskins?
Maybe. Might be. Hey, with those receivers that they got, you got the running back Najee Harris. You got those receivers that are good. And you got an up-and-coming tight end that's going to be good. They may need a young gun to facilitate that offense. No disrespect to Big Ben.
Right. I see you, Pat. Why you stirring the pot up, man? When you find them, let us know.
Yep, we don't know what Bucky is, man. This is what's this day 8, 9 of Bumpy missing? Like,
Oh yeah, that was last weekend, wasn't it?
Yes, we have to get with this, man. You know, the group's gonna probably have to decide what is gonna be maybe a timeout or punishment for this this drastic act. It's been too long. This is getting kind of spooky here as we hit October.
It's an insurrection, man.
Mhm.
On this episode of Rankers, I see. But hey, man. But speaking of vanish and not riding with your squad and all the other good stuff, we got let me see. Our first topic of the night. Gotta be with them Raggedy Saints, man.
Raggedy Saints, man. Raggedy
Saints. Yeah, he ain't showing up. He's like, I ain't coming to camp.
Yep. What's the difference between Ben and Bumpy is Ben's Peoples is writing his reports and giving it to people. We ain't hearing enough from Bumpy's side.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, shout out to this first submission for this week. This one is what we got. What I got this label for us as panic time. Is it time to panic? Over in the booth.
Is it time to panic? It's not time to panic in Saints Nation. You know, I asked y'all where y'all was at Monday morning, and I just meant that on the top of, you know, you was clowning us when we lost week 1. But no, it's not. You go into New England Sunday to play a New England defense. That might be the stir the pot if it starts to go bad, because last week I thought the Saints would win. My thing was, mentally, can Jameis be good like he was in week 1 playing against Sam Darnold on the other side? But that defense in Carolina is real decent. It's not over for the Saints yet. Week by week, it has to progress somewhat. But the thing we know about Jameis is, at some point, it's going to go downhill. We don't want it to, but if you lose to the Patriots this week, if you lose to Mac Jones, and if Mac Jones throws touchdowns on the Saints defense, you got a problem. Because you have to do that on that side too, Jameis, as well.
Mm-hmm.
You got to score 7s in Belichick world. You know that. So Taysom Hill better start getting the helmet and pads ready, because if they lose this game to the Patriots, oh yeah, I'm from New England. I don't even like the Pats, but I'm going to be all on y'all if y'all lose to the Saints. Y'all lose to the Pats.
It said week 1 he only threw for 148 or so, but the defense put him in great field position. That is facts.
No,
Matt Jones ain't throwing for TDs, man. They might regret letting Cam go as early as they did.
No, I mean, they definitely in the terms of that, but what they're doing to Mac right now is they're disguising him. You know, he's not going to be Tom Brady, but they got to kind of have him like Tom Brady was early when he first came in. They're disguising him, you know what I'm saying, where he don't have to do much. The defense is good enough to win some games. You know, just go out there and manage the game. I said this the other day to a couple people on Facebook Live. I said, this guy is not scoring no touchdowns. Anybody that comes to me saying Mac this, Mac that, completion percentage this, that, it's because they're being safe. You're being the safest you could. Because soon enough, he's going to have to open that envelope. And if he's not playing safe now, when he opens the envelope, when he does, it's going to be safer then. If he opened the envelope right now fast, then you'll be seeing Zach Wilson possibly, you know, or Trevor Lawrence. You seen what they did this weekend? So it's always Bill Belichick at the end of the day going to make sure his QB's in the right position to not be clowned by the media. Great job, Bill Belichick. But at some point, maybe week 6, maybe week 6 against Dallas, you're going to have to start throwing that ball, boy. You're going to have to start throwing them touchdowns, boy. Because if you can't get a touchdown against the Dallas Cowboys, you're really on something. Man.
So let's look at our first comment from the topic. This is from Chris Gibson. He said, look for Saints fans after the day. So this is from Sunday. Look for Saints fans after the day. And it's Jamin looking puzzled. But I will say they came to the post. They stood up. But I'll say this, though. We know if they had a won, they'd have blew up that damn group.
Yep. If they was on 2, it would have been a different story. And it's the thing right here with week 1. Week 1, you get your winners, you get your losers. In every game, you get your winners and losers. The Saints were happy in week 1. Week 2, it was kind of like, back to reality. But you're 1-1 still. So you can halfway hide, halfway come out, they feel. If they lose to the Patriots this week, they're going to be hiding. Trust me, they're going to be hiding. And Jameis ain't no rookie, so he should be able to carry the Saints to a close win in that game because I feel like that Patriots defense, along with the Saints defense, who will be a little bit healthy this week. You know, y'all had a couple miss players last week, you know, but it's gonna be a good one in New England, man.
It's gonna be a good one in New England. Let's say the Who Dat they showed up. I see with your commentary now they eating jambalaya.
They eating that jambalaya. Hey, and New Orleans losing is not the worst thing because you can go out and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? You could have watched the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday win. You know, could have put some spark into y'all. You know, teach y'all how to win games and be consistent because we lost to the Tampa Bay Bucks week 1. Okay, cool. We'll take that. You know, we'll take that. We'll take the champ. We'll take the champ because you know why? That rematch will be coming soon. Y'all gotta watch this movie and how it develops. We just showed y'all. This is the thing about the Cowboys too. And I'm gonna get to the next one in a second. I'm gonna give y'all a little clue though. We win games like this on Sunday and y'all still bash us. What do y'all want us to do? The franchise.
I said, stop it, Jaquan.
Quick, you stop, Quick. Quick, you stop. You know why, Quick? Because Quick Sunday night was trying to throw in the towel early, like, oh, the Ravens are going to get smacked tonight. Was a fair weather fan. And then they won, and then you seen him at the end of the night with his jambalaya beans on and his California swag and his kitchen, living room, wherever he was at, talking. Now you want to talk up Lombardo because they winning now? You better cut it out. You better cut it out, son. Better cut it out. We know what you was doing on Sunday. You was sweating. You was in chills. But good win for the Ravens, though.
Damn good win for the Ravens. I had picked them to lose, to take that L, but you know they hung in there, man. Let me see. We got Tim said, "Who that? We in this bitch still talking shit." Matthew said, "I mean, at least they still around. Packer fans still missing."
Packers fans. I told you I've been trying to go through live posts of Packers fans posting Bumpy's name, seeing if he repairs. I've been actively trying to look for him from another state. You know, that's the hardest thing to do. You're in another state looking for somebody that lives thousands and thousands of miles away. But we're going to find Bumpy. We're going to find him, and we're going to have a confessional right on this show for a week 1 loss and what happened throughout that time. We're going to have a confessional with Bumpy.
We got time. We got all types of time.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah, Zeke better get on his horse, man, or probably gonna have
this is why I paid attention to the other day, man. You know, it's interesting because we probably gonna be riding Cowboys next. But Zeke, people gotta realize too. Tony Pollard, he runs a different style, he runs this. Tony Pollard, gotta cut a question for you because we're Cowboys fans. Number one, has Tony Pollard got an extension and a big contract yet?
Has who?
Tony Pollard.
Nah, he make $850,000.
Exactly. When you're hungry, you're gonna do whatever it takes. The Cowboys right now, if they're doing what I think they're doing, and I hope they are, you feed that young horse. You get those fresh slaves, you leave them on Zeke. Zeke, for what he did Sunday, it was much better on Sunday. It was a much better, more tick. He didn't have to do much because Tony Pollard, the man that's making $850K, is doing everything. But guess what? We know how the NFL works. We know how it works, guys. But the Cowboys in a good situation right now because we possibly got 2 good backs. Now, you usually got a running back 1 and a running back 2. We might have a running back 1A and a running back 1B. And that's not bad for us because at any given moment, if you want to go to the run game, at some point, Zeke's going to have those games. As long as Tony's having a wide Zeke game, that's a plus.
Do you think the Panthers drew up the game plan on how to shut down the vaunted Saints offense?
I just think there was the hungrier team Sunday. And the Saints were missing some some pieces and, it's missing some coaching from the staff and stuff like that. For a guy like Jameis in development and all that, that's not good. That's like your teacher not being there at school. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite teacher, and then you got to deal with the substitute. You don't really want to deal with the substitute unless the substitute is nice. In this case, I don't think there was anybody that can mentally get Jameis up for that game Sunday. Carolina was just the better team.
That's true. Let me see. Allergies. Diedrich said he's been needing eye surgery.
Yeah, man. Hey,
I
it was
think
a,
the
it was a, it was
Saints
a game.
hurt with the A coaches to make game. That's true. I can see the in-game adjustment part. I can definitely see the importance of that.
Right, exactly. It's points. We always gonna think well, Jameis is gonna be mind, mental. It's gonna be mentality. All the man isms into his head. And every game is gonna be a learning process. Every play is gonna be a learning process. Every drive with him. Just the way he shaped
if
his
that's
career.
the case, though, if that's the case, depending on I don't know, the severity of the symptoms that the coaches had, but I'm assuming they were vaccinated, so symptoms should have been minor. They got the resources. If they knew there was a possibility, they should have found some way to feed them the video to the game so they could have helped make in-game adjustments.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, absolutely. And I mean, and the Panthers too, man. The team that this year you're going with new waves, going with new things, and I mean, they were able to go out there. Sam Darnold was able to have a decent game. Christian McCaffrey was able to pound the ball and what I'm saying, do his thing. And the defense, that defense is very, very underrated. Very, very underrated. Shout out to my main guy, Jeremy.
That defense that caught me off. So Jameis' performance, I wasn't surprised. What I was surprised of is how they kept Kamara in check.
That too. But I came into the season like they're gonna have him like boxed out, like because the Saints have always had that they've always had that running back behind their running back that probably brings more attention in a sense than the number one. Kamara don't have that this year. It's him. From the cereal boxes to all this stuff now, the high fame, he's the high-profile player on the Saints. He's the guy. It's no Drew Brees no more. Michael Thomas is hurt for a few more weeks.
But see, that's what I was trying to say with that. I understand supporting your team, but see, this is speaking from a Cowboys fan. When you try to replace a Hall of Fame quarterback, the Packers got lucky. That's not how it normally works, because you end up chasing it after they're trying to find a way to replace that Hall of Fame quarterback. So I heard some people, big play Tay and James gonna get it done. You gotta be right in that assessment. But if you not, this process can be long, man. Hell, look at the Redskins. They've had, I think, the last 30 years, they've had 31 starting quarterbacks. And they didn't replace nobody since Mark Rippon.
Damn shame. Because this year they could be in position, but we got to find out the development of Tyler Heineke.
Montana the Young. That's right. I forgot about that.
You know what I'm saying? Because if he's not it, then you definitely have to next year shop for definitely a QB. You have to go scream at one ASAP, like soon as the season ends. Like I'm on the phone with a QB.
Yep. Hey, quick. I was wondering about that when Ingram had left. Now he stepped up and he bobbed. I'm like, as much as they utilize, it ain't just the fact that he's doing the carries, but sometimes he's a decoy. He's still going out to clear out for people coming underneath, whatever the case may be. Man be tired sometimes. So I was wondering how they were going to do it. They just cut Murray. I know they had the youngster in there, but I'm like, sometimes you can be a little bit too slick for your own good. And I think in this situation, they might have been a little too slick for their own good because Murray's going to help up there in Baltimore.
You're gonna help, definitely. You can only blame Taysom Hill for this. You can only blame Taysom Hill for the Murray being released because he didn't want to take less money. Because what are you doing with Taysom Hill right now? You're paying this man. What is your strategy? What is your plan for him too?
Is he even running the same packages he ran?
Who knows what he's doing? I'm looking at the Fantasy Central. I'm looking at the stats, and I'm like, you're paying him? I don't know. Sounds like a weird.
Yeah, they cut him because they want to be cheap. I think at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Saints, they're gonna be the Saints. It's not my squad, but I got friends that are Saints fans. I see Saints kind of as a a brother team, so to speak, if there is such a thing. But it's just because of the proximity. But man, some of y'all got kind of quiet. I'm telling y'all, man, as a lifelong Cowboys fan, y'all better learn how to swallow that humble pie sometime. Because as some people in the group who MIA, sometimes you can talk so much, man, it hurts when you take that L.
It definitely hurts when you take that L. You know, sometimes people want to just say, hey, man, I got to be out. But in this world, man, they're going to find you. Hold on. Not be the safe third straight QB for $1 million. We may can.
Patrick, you probably end up starting, man.
They already got Leroy over there playing the special teams. That's where he's at right now.
Well, hey, man, that's some Saints, man. Y'all fans, like I say, I don't kick you when you're down, but I know y'all don't let up on Cowboy fans. Y'all don't let up on Falcon fans. Y'all mess with Tampa Bay too much these days. I peep game, but still. But, man, sometimes you got to just learn how to take that L. You can't pound your chest every time. And then when you get kicked in the mouth, you go MIA. Some of y'all stood up. But, man, it was a lot of y'all. It was quiet in there this week. It's been quiet. Trust me. Y'all can say what you want to say. It's been quiet.
You know what kills me?
What's that?
The fact that when we lost, we discussed what, you know what I'm saying, went down while we lost that game. And, you know what I'm saying? There was no excuses, none of that. And I mean, you know, some fans in our, you know, our hood, Cowboy hood, were acting like that. But the Saints fans is like kind of like, you know, oh, we're 1-1. We could just shrug it. We could just where I was saying Saints fans were hiding from was the fact that you couldn't even talk to me about your team's play. All you could say was, oh, well, we was missing some coaches and some defenders. No. I need to hear from you guys. I don't need to just hear that you're here. I need to hear your analysis on what your team did this week and what your team's going to do
headlines,
next week. Huh? Yes, I want that. There was a random guy in the group that responded to one of my posts that said, he thought I was a Packers fan, thought I was hiding. I said,
I saw that.
I said, I had to screenshot his recent activity. He's been a member since March. He's only commented 2 times.
Where you been, player?
Yeah, where he been at? Well, it's good that I'm getting attention of people that don't want to group.
That's exactly what he is.
Yeah. Absolutely. Crazy.
But hey, we're gonna take our first break, bro, and then we're gonna come back. I see we got a lot of Saints fans in here tonight. Hey, I ain't hating on you, but I'm just saying that process to replace that Hall of Fame quarterback, man, y'all might be in for a ride, dog. Y'all might be in for a ride. That's cold-blooded, man.
Hold on.
That is cold-blooded.
Mac Jones.
Man, we're going to take this break. We'll be back about 15, 20 seconds.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's cornerback Delvin Breaux here from your favorite team, New Orleans Saints. I just want to go ahead on and give a shout out to STWF Media for allowing me to come on and talk about my testimony, my story, and also talk fantasy football. I just want to say thank you, man, for the honor. I appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tonight at 7:30 Central Time. Bro Show out.
What's up, man? We back just like that. So, you know, we just spent about 20, almost 25 minutes talking about the Saints. Like I say, we got a lot of different fans in our group, but most of our people in our group, I think probably safe to say they're Cowboys and Saints fans, just due to the proximity of most of our members.
Absolutely.
But we can't talk about the Saints fans and not talk about us. So this one is out of line. So this one comes for the self-proclaimed resident Cowboy hater, Uncle Leroy. Cowboy fans coming out of hiding like we won, we them boys. And he said, and they mad aggressive. You know, I want to challenge that. I be sitting back and I be listening sometimes. They talking about Cowboy fans, this, Cowboy fans, that. I'm like, y'all do realize how much smack talk that we got to put up with more than the average fan, probably.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the only time I see Cowboy fan for the most part lash out is if they been getting kicked in the mouth for a minute, or it just get to the point where it's antagonizing.
Hold on. Oh, that's how you feeling, Quick? That's how you feeling? Oh man, dog. Hey, this post makes perfect sense because that guy is Uncle Leroy with a Cowboys hat in that position because that's where he wants to be. That's who he wants to be, a Cowboys fan. Because everything that comes out that guy's mouth is about the Cowboys. He talks more about the Cowboys than the Saints. I wish he would come out and pop out of the woodworks right now during the show so I could speak to you on it. But since we're speaking about it aggressive, no. We're just passionate about our team, so the way we come off is aggressive. That's what you do with your team. You know what I'm saying? We lose, we're aggressive. We win, we're aggressive. We are the Cowboys fans. We're here. We're open to talk. We're open to debate. We're open to conversate. We're open with just about everything. Now, I can't speak a lot of my stuff for a lot of my fans, but for the most part, the people I know that are Cowboys fans are riders. We support it. Don't matter about a championship since 1996. Well, guess what, everybody? We are still in your mouths every day. That win Sunday, like I said, y'all was still clowning us and trashing us because we only scored 17 points. I didn't look at the good stuff that came out that game, like our defense again, a team that, probably hasn't had multiple INT games since the dinosaur ages. That's what we did Sunday. We moved a rookie linebacker to defensive end. Mind you, the mental he already has. Now you got to go switch week 2 to another position. Shout out to Micah Parsons.
And he balled out.
Shout out to the running backs putting in that work. Shout out to the offense. Shout out to the defense. Shout out to the special teams. Shout out to Greg DeLeg redeeming himself for what he did the week before. Kicking that field goal. The Chargers iced him at the wrong time, though. They iced him before he kicked it. You should have iced him while he was kicking it. So people say the Chargers
I was waiting for them to go in there.
Sean Merriman talked about the Chargers got screwed. Y'all screwed yourselves because y'all are 8-18 now in one-win game situations. And y'all didn't ice the kicker at the right time. So this is more the misery of y'all losing streak. And guess what? Shout out to my man Chris, man. He wanted to bet $100 on the game. That was easy money. Take that. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be waiting on the cash to ring.
Did you say Sean Merriman?
Sean Merriman was accused saying, the referees on the Cowboy side, this and that, and the third. The Chargers had multiple times to win that game.
Hey,
they came down, pick in the end zone before the half ended. He threw another pick as well. The penalty in the end zone. Like, y'all lost that game. And then great call by the referees. Y'all don't want these QBs to get hurt, right? That's what everybody's saying. They don't want the QBs to get touched, hurt. Everybody gets hit. It's bad. It's a bad call. If they call, personal foul. Justin Herbert would have got hurt if he would have continued to go all the way up for a sack, but the referee called the play as a sack, called the play dead. Good call, referees. Because if he would have got hurt or his shoulder would have been hurt, then that would have wanted to be finding Cowboys and another Cowboy would have been suspended. Like, come on, guys.
So 2 things. 1, I don't take anything Sean Merriman says seriously when it comes to the Cowboys, especially when they're playing his Chargers, because he was pissed and bitter as hell that we took DeMarcus Ware versus him.
Right.
Even though Parcells wanted Ware. Wanted Merriman. But the scouts said, no, we need to go with D. Ware. And I think we got the better end of that deal. Now, he didn't win a championship here, but he's a Hall of Fame player. Sean Merriman was a good pro. Second thing is, that defense that everybody it was historically terrible. Last year, it was like, man, it was hard to watch at times. But I was optimistic about this season because I like the swagger that the young guys came in with. They drafted a bunch of defense. But here's the kicker. They lead the league right now in turnovers with 6. Should have been 7 because that was a terrible call on Curse. That was a pick all day long. Terrible call on Curse, but it is what it is. But here's the thing. The projected starter, Kevin Joseph, he ain't played yet. He's still going to come back. No Sean Wright. He haven't got any PT yet, but he's another youngin. Neville Gallimore, the starting defensive tackle, the 3 technique. He should be coming back probably about 2 or 3 more weeks. He's going to be back. Then Tank coming back at the end of the season. Randy Gregory back this week. We pretty much essentially had, what's that? See, Joseph. It's like, 4 starters that I just named off that didn't play?
Right. And then we got Malik Hooker. And you got Malik Hooker whenever he wants to decide to get a veteranship and leadership. He hasn't played in a few years, but we'll take that leadership. We'll take that veteranship anytime.
He had a nice play Sunday.
We should have drafted Samuel. I was pretty upset that we didn't. I messed with Asante Samuel Jr. That was a good one in that game because he knew I was watching that. He knew I was watching. I was going to get mad, and exactly what happened. He picked it off, and I was heated. I said we should have drafted him. We had him, but whatever.
Yep. See, Bobby Hubley says, never was hiding, but I don't see all the Saints hype now. Say, y'all been kind of mild this week. Joshua said it took y'all all day to post, just like it did for y'all to score 7 points against Carolina. And he comes back, I hate you, I don't even know you, and I hate your guts.
It's coming over here, man. I think sometimes the Saints fans need a friend. And sometimes they can't go to their Saints homies. So they come to Cowboys fans because they want a friend. It's okay, Unc. You want a friend. You got a friend in us.
We ain't going to talk about you too much.
Nah.
But I'm going to tell y'all this. Now, Hooker was a good pickup quick. I definitely agree. Man, we went from having no safeties to ain't enough playing time for the safety we got now.
It seems like a lot of people on our team we just don't have a lot of playing time for.
Donovan Wilson was out. That's the 5th. We had 5 starters out Sunday.
Exactly. Like, we have to just improve. At some point, Dallas has to improve.
Yeah.
Have to improve. At some point, we have to improve, and I hope that this keeps on during the season. Like, I hope so, because this is the thing I get with, if you at least play respectful in about 65 to 70% of your games, you've seen teams win championships with bad defenses. Your defenses got to come play.
Middle of the line defense, you win a championship.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand? Like, that Buccaneers defense last year, beginning, horrible. Playoff time,
at the right time.
And then now they grow to be one of the top defenses in the league. Like, stuff doesn't happen overnight, but the Cowboys have been in the misery so long and not having that defense that at some point it has to all come together. And how about in a season like this right here, when we're getting our QB back from one of the craziest injuries ever, we need this. So we need to week on progress. Like, I don't care about the win. We play an ugly game, cool. We win, cool. We play a game where we're smacking somebody, cool. We're playing a game where we lose. At the end of the day, we just bounce back the next week. But all 3 stages of the game got to play well and continue to play well for us to have any success this NFL season.
Hey, shout out to 2 things, man. Shout out to Dan Quinn. He was a missing link. He made great adjustments in the game. I'm glad he came over. Also, go Bengals. All right. I see you, Chris. Shout out to Dan Quinn. And the second thing is, sometimes as a Cowboy fan, it can be miserable. I get it. It's been a long time. We're out of jokes. Dusty ring, old rings, whatever the case may be. Them hoes ain't got no expiration date on it.
Nope.
And
Expiration.
guess what? I guarantee you, if you the Saints, if you were the Falcons, anybody, you claim them 5 dusty ass rings. It'll be on your resume. When you go to your job, you don't tell them, I didn't have this experience back here. I'm starting my experience right now.
Hope y'all ready, man. This is about to be a lot of smoke this season. I'm telling y'all, man. About to be a lot of smoke. We coming for the league this year. We heard y'all last year talking that crap. We heard y'all. We don't want no newcomers. We don't want no people on national television talking about, oh, the Cowboys may be good now. No, we don't want to hear that. Keep hating. We like to hate. Keep hating on us. Hate, keep hating. Because every week, you know what I'm going to come through? I'm going to come through with my Dallas Cowboys hat, man, and show y'all, what it is. Cowboys Nation. Let's go.
Yeah, we're going to do our thing, man. At the end of the day.
Joe Koken, man, Sunday, man. Damn, man. I had high confidence in Joe Burrow coming into Sunday. I mean, and the Bears defense, as I expected, was going to rattle the young boy, and that's what they did. But shout out to the Bengals. They have a hell of a core, over there. They definitely need to give my boy T. Higgins the ball more for fantasy purposes. And this
Hell no. No, we don't.
Cowboys need Andy Dalton back? Oh, hell no.
We got Andy Dalton back. I mean, the season over with again.
I've seen some bad backups for Dallas, but he might have been the worst backup ever. Just because, no, not overall, but the games that he was in. We had in a stretch. We had 2 primetime games, I think, and probably another game. And every single game he stunk it up. Even if we was bad as a team. When you get on national TV and you lose to the Arizona Cardinals by 30 on national TV, supposed to look so good. Even in garbage time, he didn't look good at all. At all. Get him? No. Andy Dalton, I thought so too. But after last year, I'm about done with Andy Dalton. He's done. Cut him up. It's a wrap.
Let's say Dallas Cowboys need to hire QB Al Bundy. Hey, we're going to be all right, man. Hey, we can't, at the end of the day, we took our lumps last year. Season's still young. No, injuries can happen. Anything can happen. We're just here for the process, man. And that's why we got as pumped as we did during the first week. Because they showed some moxie. They showed some guts out there.
So they're doing their thing.
I totally understand how, and like some people say, ain't no such thing as a good L. Yeah, when you had to watch that defense we had last year, that was a good L because that L gave them confidence.
Exactly. It gave it to us, man. And regardless of the situation, people can't say, people will try to say that week 1 we was in a moral victory type of spirit. No, we haven't seen our team in full strength just about in a minute.
Shout out to you, Chris. I'm new here and I'm honored to have found this. Appreciate you joining us, man.
Yes, sir. Bring all your Cincinnati fans in here. Bring all your Bengals fans in here.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Don't bring the brown paper bags, though. Bring the fans in here. Anybody from your area that, interested in sports, man, holler over here. Because one thing about us in terms of different groups, we try to stay out of the, commercial media light in terms of sports. We try to bring different things in here daily.
You got jokes, Patrick. I see you got jokes. Oh, man. But, hey, we're going to take our last break. The last topic we got, it's going to not be as funny as this one, but it's a serious one.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, man. Most definitely. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you. So we're going to take our last break for tonight, and we're going to be back in about 15, 20.
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who that nation?
So boy Kyrie up there. So the last topic of the night is kind of an interesting one. This one is somewhat of a cowboy thing, but that was years ago. But this one involves prime time. Prime time. So shout out to Chris Sinclair. He be putting some pretty good stuff in there. Except all that LeBron stuff you can keep all that.
Right.
But he be putting some pretty good stuff in there. But Jackson State football coach Deion Sanders spoke out about a rival Alcorn State missing 2 days of practice due to not having a trainer available. His response, he offered Alcorn State to help for the lack of trainers. This is bigger than the little robbery. Shout out to Deion, man. We talked earlier in the summer when he first went to Jackson. No, it might have been the spring when they played, that spring season when he first got there. And it was a lot of coaches and ADs within the SWAC and other HBCUs that was like, throwing shade at Deion. We was here before Deion. We gonna be here after Deion. It's all about Deion. Again, you got to trust the process, man. Just because he put his name at Jackson State, they brought instant credibility from the outside of people that wasn't familiar with your product. You got it's HBCU stuff all on ESPN. It's HBCU ads and everything popping up on social media. Y'all should be loving this all because one person believed in the product. Imagine where y'all would have been, though, if everybody had jumped on board right off the bat versus hate them, so to speak. I know there's been some rumors out there talking about, Florida State may be coming knocking at the door, talking about, $9-10 million a year. I don't think they're going to pay that. That's Nick Saban money right there. He make, I think, $9.3 million a year. But Florida State may come calling for him. But got to keep in mind the two things. I think at the end of the day, it's not about money to Deion. He believes in the HBCUs. When he started his school here in DFW, he lived way on the north side, Prosper Frisco area, 45 minutes or an hour away. It wasn't too many people that looked like Deion up that way. He put his school right in Oak Cliff. If y'all familiar with Oak Cliff, it's a big difference between Prosper and Oak Cliff. He put his school in Oak Cliff. He moved his kids from Prosper down to this way. His kids went to Trinity. He lived here in Cedar Hill. He believes in investing in his people, so to speak. So don't think he's in it for the money. They get Deion twisted up with Deion on the field that was all about bravado, excitement, upstaging people. But Deion, the business person, is a completely different animal.
Right, exactly. And all Deion was on the field, what he was showing you on the field during his career was business. The way you act on the field like that, you've seen athletes as the game elevated act like that because at the end of the day, it's business. You have to market yourself in a game of football where a lot of guys are hidden under the helmet and pads. A lot of guys don't get marketed like that. So Primetime was making his stamp early from day one of the draft. Coming silky and nice. Like, this ain't no game. I grinded to get here. I'm going to grind to stay up top. I'm going to keep my name relevant. I'm going to do all that. And that's kind of where the issue I feel came to Lane when he entered Jackson State and all the other coaches were throwing, shade at him because, they thought they was getting that football Deion. But what you're getting with him is a guy that's trying to bring football back college-wise. We've seen in the last few years with college football, we see on that side where the big boys play, the SECs and the Big 12s and so what, of the greediness and the money coming into it now where people want to merge leagues and, keep everything on that side. But you got Deion and these fellas on the other side that's like, we're willing to play tug of war with y'all because we do care about our schools. We do care about each kid. We do care about the education. We do care about, in this case, Alcorn State that needs athletic trainers to help these guys get prepared for a game, regardless if we whoop them or not. It's not about that. It's about how this team is able to daily, you know what I'm saying, provide for the college and everybody else in it. Like, and I salute Dion on what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's going back into the days where, you know what I'm saying, the guys are getting the little kids playing part one of football. You know what I'm saying? And looking at them and saying, you got a career here. I'm going to make sure I put you on the right path, rather if it's academically, athletically, or just in life in general. You're gonna learn something other than the game here, you know. And I hope every single kid that he has on campus is listening to what he says and does on a daily basis. He's a good man right here.
He is, man. I guess because I've been able to be in the proximity of him. I've coached against Dion in Little League games. Got thumped. But it's an experience that my kids enjoyed. One of my boys from college has worked with Dion for years. When I ran into him, I was surprised he wasn't with him at Jackson State. He said, "Not right now. The son playing at Harvard." He said, "But as soon as he's done, I'm gonna go back, and be with him." If he thinks that you were for the kids, now I will say this: when he opened the Prime Academy.
Yep.
That got closed down. It's because he trusted into too many people and the wrong people. He's not that type of person. I know Irvin be teasing him, talking about, man, Dion cheap. He is cheap with his money, but with his time and the resources and accessibility, he give those kids his all, man. And they've always, even when he did the Prime Academy, they was like, well, he only doing that so he can get ahead of it. So when these kids go pro, he in their pocket. People just looking for a reason to shoot somebody down. Everybody's not cynical. Everything is not about getting over on people.
Exactly. What's the difference between him?
You're hating.
Exactly. What's the difference between him getting a job and somebody else that's unknown to everybody else getting a job? What's the difference? What's the difference? And especially where, a lot of us come from, it's good to have somebody like him there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody positive like that, that's not giving you a sling, a quarter of crack rock or an ounce of bud or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Telling you to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that we grew up around. Those type of people. This man right here, I wish he was a Pop Warner coach or something. You know what I'm saying? You see people like Snoop Dogg, you know what I'm saying, with younger kids as well. You know what I'm saying? Growing them, developing them into NFL products and stuff like that. Like, a lot of these guys, love the game. A lot of these guys want to see these young kids succeed. It be the coaches in these big time schools who want the money and all that, and they're just there for one reason, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not the case. And you look at what's going on with changes like Deion Sanders going over here. You got people saying, I'm gonna go HBCU.
Eddie George up at Tennessee State.
Right. Eddie George, you got Eddie George jobs, you got Gilly the Kid at games, you know what I'm saying? You got the Hood at games. You're bringing a different type of atmosphere, but you're bringing a good atmosphere. You're bringing people that's looking at you like you're making change. You're doing this. Salute to them. Salute to everybody making a change. This is what you're here for. You're here to, make a change. What changes are you trying to make today for not only yourself, but for the community or everybody if you can do that? Dion has an opportunity. He has a platform. He has this and that to do these things. And he's not sitting there like, oh, I just got the stuff. He's doing stuff with the stuff that he has.
Most definitely. And some people may not realize it. The NFL as you know it right now wouldn't be where it's at without the HBCUs. Because when the NFL was getting challenged by the AFL, the reason why they were being challenged and the AFL got credibility, the AFL started going to the HBCUs and they were getting players from there.
Exactly.
So their product was immediately had value. Their product immediately had credibility. Exactly. You had some of the best athletes coming out of the HBCUs back then because they weren't allowed to go to, the big schools, so to speak.
you're gonna see a lot of broad. Football is gonna become real broad. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna start a lot like you see with basketball right now. You see all the extra stuff going on with basketball around. It's the big three. You got 3-on-3 at the Olympics now. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about bringing a street game to the NBA, maybe a game outdoors. You know what I'm saying? The G League. You know what I'm saying? NILs with these colleges now. So in football, you're gonna see a lot. I think you're gonna see, of course, some other leagues. You know, the XFL is gonna bounce back up next year. They wasn't doing that bad before they had to do the shutdown. And I hope great success there. You got the AFL, of course. You're going to start getting some 7-on-7 leagues, you know, probably flag touch. Flag's been heavy for a long, long time.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised in the next 3 to 4 years there's something of that liking on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Didn't
I mean, it's not this. Is it?
About 4 or 5 years ago where they had like a tournament?
Yeah.
Where they can make up to a team won up, I think they won like $1 million between the teams.
Right. Full card, like definitely, yeah, full card. I know it's more like a presence. Like I know they have a lot of like open like flag football leagues like that go on in community centers, YMCA's, things of that nature, sports clubs, things of that nature. But that right there is gonna be a tune. Some people are really gonna get tuned into that type of stuff because, like basketball and the way they're doing it right now, football is gonna have to get there. It's gonna be too overpopulated at a point that athletes are going to be seen, and then people are going to have money and or make moves to, you know what I'm saying, create leagues.
Yeah, simple fact, you see all these players coming from overseas now. I'm like, I didn't know they was playing football like that. American
They had
football
the
like
rugby
that.
league. Yep, the rugby league, the USF, I think it is. Like they used to back in the day. They used to have draftees and stuff from over there. Like I don't know what happened to it. Like it seemed like the NFL when they started to do this country, like the games, you know, outside the country, you know, once or twice a year, and it looked like something was building up. But I don't know what held that to get. Are they throwing a game like that this year? Probably not because of COVID. Probably won't throw that for a little while because of that.
A lot of teams didn't like that because they felt they was giving up a home game.
Yeah, they're giving them a home game. It's too early too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a fan, like we all fantasy people, a lot of us. And you know, you're setting up lineups and doing all that. Nobody you have to set a lineup for a 9:00 game. I don't want to do that. We trying to eat breakfast.
Was that 2 years ago we had to do that?
Exactly.
Got a Jag stayed over there.
The NFL, I can see quick. That's a good, interesting. The NFL was a developmental league. What they should do is bring that developmental league back. They should bring that back.
Yep.
They should bring that back in the spring to go along with, you know, spring football and such. While you're watching the draft combine, you watching this, you know what I'm saying? Like, they should do something like that. That's dope.
Most definitely. Man, as I say that one last for a reason for us. I'm passionate about that. You know, I say, if you never coached youth sports before, man, it's a blast. You get a lot of enjoyment out of it. It's rewarding. And it's cool when you coach these kids and then the next time you see them, they're hosting up a state trophy or a national trophy or even the NFL trophy. Because you feel like you was part of why that kid's there in the first place. And that's rewarding. You help them reach their goals and their ambitions.
Absolutely. You know, the people that you touch, like, you know, a state trophy, you know what I'm saying? Straight A's, honor roll, like, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. And I, you know, a couple weeks ago, I seen a few of, you know, few kids that, you know, I used to coach and things like that when they were younger, and just to see the development of them, just, you know, rather with sports or other things, like, you know what I'm saying, not doing the things that we were doing growing up, being better, you know, and that's what we look for. You know, when you're coaching kids, you're not just coaching them to, you know, be an athlete, you're coaching them to be a man. Sometimes you're coaching this kid his whole life up into school, so his frame model is going to be based on basically what you taught him along with parents. But in the terms of a sport, because you're the coach.
All day long. But shout out to Dion, man. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Hopefully, they follow your lead. They come together. Y'all continue to make this thing grow because you got nothing. What they call it, old Mo. You got the momentum. You got old Mo on your side right now.
Mm-hmm. Word.
That would be interesting, even though I think I still think the worst NFL team will probably beat the XFL champs.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of goes back to they had Amari Cooper here last week on a local station, and it was asking him, do you think that his best Alabama team that he played for can beat the worst NFL team? And he didn't even hesitate. He goes, nah, that ain't gonna happen.
Right,
even
people
with
go
the best team.
Go with that. Like, chill out,
You
buddy.
talking about
like,
18, 19, 20-year-old kids versus 30, 34-year-old men.
all right. It's like a once in a lifetime thing that's gonna happen. Before, and it's wild that people think that, man, disrespecting professionals.
Yep. Well, hey, bro, it's been a good show tonight. As all good things must come to an end. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. We got
tune in tomorrow. We got hella basketball talk to discuss. Ben Simmons ain't going to camp. We got a whole bunch of stuff. You got Rachel Nichols, you know what I'm saying, getting replaced.
Yep.
And the show starting on her birthday. We got a whole bunch of stuff that we're gonna talk about tomorrow, basketball related. So come through. Maybe we'll get out the hideout, get Bumpy out the hideout. Hopefully these guys come out to play tomorrow, because we will. But definitely. shout out to the group. Shout out to everybody that took time to comment, watch, keep continuing to let us grow along with y'all. Keep sharing, take peeks. You know, broadband us, man. You know what I'm saying? It's fall, and you know it's gonna be a lot of cold days, a lot of days where you're just in the house chilling around this time. Come catch us for a daily premium of $0. We give you, we don't charge y'all to give y'all knowledge.
Hey, shout out to the people that joined tonight. Shout out to Darren, you participated, appreciate that. Pat, you never let us down, man. Shout out to you, brother. Quick, appreciate you chiming in tonight. What else we got in here? We got a new buddy that showed up tonight. Is it Chris?
Yep, I believe his name is Chris.
I think it's Christopher.
Christopher, bring all your Bengals fans in here. Bring all the Browns fans too, Chris, if you know. Yeah. You know,
shout out to you, brother. If I forgot anything, my apologies. But hey, this show gets made when we have interaction. Yes. Appreciate y'all joining us. Shout out to the family for allowing me to continue to do this. Shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you. Shout out to Uncle Leroy. You better bring me a shot glass bag, man.
Yes, sir.
I'll take a shot glass, man, to add to my collection.
Take a
Hope you're having fun, brother. Hope you're having fun. But we getting much closer, bro, to December the 2nd. I got that game circled. Thursday night game.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be the Mott Fest. Mott Fest coming to a city near you.
And I know if we lose, y'all gonna be on our heads. And if we win, when we win, y'all disappear.
Yes, sir. Losers, the loser in that game, their fan base can't be in the group for a week. We're kicking y'all out.
Ooh.
We're kicking y'all out.
But hey, man, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this content. Invite your friends, your family. We appreciate y'all, man. At the end of the day, we do this for y'all, man. But appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Good night. Take care.